For most, university marks an important milestone for students. From their first experience of living away from home, to creating lifelong friendships, and to sampling what life has to offer outside of study time.
I expect it to be, fun, interesting.
Cameras exclusively followed students and staff from 8 universities as they journeyed through an unforgettable year of challenges, new experiences, and celebrations.
We graduated!
This is My Uni Life. Later we will meet Mary Kate, a Maynooth University student who is pursuing her passion for GAA football.
I'll probably play until I drop.
And we visit Matthew Smith, a final year early education student at DCU, the world's very first autism-friendly campus.
My brain is taking in too much. It just takes all of it in.
It's Freshers Week. Across the country, clubs and societies vie against each other to sign up new members, and students get their first look at the diverse range of activities available to them. Across the third level sector, staff are on standby to make life easier for the newbies. Dave Carey is the coordinator of the peer support programme at UCC.
If I had to choose a singular thing that I would advise any student to do getting involved in university, it's participate in everything. Get involved in clubs, in societies, any extracurricular activities you can. We have over 100 societies in the university, about 70 clubs. There's an option there for absolutely everybody, every interest that you have. Find your niche and you'll find your group of friends.
With the Leaving Cert behind them, many exciting new opportunities await for enthusiastic freshers.
Mountaineering, surfing, sailing, golf, tennis, hockey. Today I've just joined Choral Society and the Music Society. I do not have enough hours in the week for the amount of things that I want to be doing this year. I'm really excited to just get down and study, which is weird coming from 6th year, but it's when you're studying something that you're really interested in, I think it's actually really enjoyable, which sounds bizarre, but I know I am excited to do an exam just to see what a college exam is like.
There will be a lot of anxiety within the first few weeks as you try to find your structure. It's your first time living away from home, trying to put your timetable together. You're responsible for getting yourself out of bed for the first time, getting your, catering for yourself food-wise and everything like that. You will find that structure, you'll find that niche, you'll find your cohort of students that'll support you and your friends and everything like that.
It's a very good vibe. Everyone just wants to talk to each other, everyone wants to socialise, and no matter where you go around the campus, you'll always find someone to have a chat with, and you never really feel lonely in the campus. Accommodation was very hard to find. I've looked through a lot of different websites and stuff. It was very difficult, but I still managed.
Accommodation is a challenge for everyone, not just university students. We're lucky in Cork that a huge amount of complexes have popped up in the last 3 years, so there is beds available. We also have an incredible accommodation and community life office in the university, so any student who does have difficulty finding accommodation, they can go to that office. That office will cater for them.
Cost of living is definitely a biggest issue for international students. When I was looking for accommodation, I couldn't find anything that's below 500 euros per month. That's excluding utilities. So when you have to pay utilities, it comes up to 670, 800 sometimes.
I found it hard to find accommodation because I only started looking when the Leaving Cert results came out. I didn't know where I was going, and thank God I got the course I wanted. So I didn't get the lotto or anything. I looked into digs and that's where I'm staying now, so it's grand. I got very lucky with it, to be fair.
The Choral Society is a popular and renowned institution of the college. One of its key members is Therese Kinairi, who is in her final year at the university.
I have been on UCC Choral Society since I was in first year. I'd say today we probably got 45, 50 new members overall, which is absolutely wonderful. That's a whole choir in itself. We're trying to get an emphasis on getting more boys and men to join the choir because we need our tenors, we need our basses to get the full choral sound that we want. We sing loads of different songs. It really can be anything and anything, up to the conductor and up to us, and sometimes we get suggestions from people as well.
What instrument do you play?
I play clarinet.
Lovely. We're the Orchestra Society, so we play loads of orchestral music. That's our main thing. We also do a couple of pop music and some Christmas music as well for the Christmas concert. You can get so bogged down in exams and studying every day that you just kind of lose your, the fun that we want. So I think societies are so important just to really have that fun in your life.
Can't wait.
We have about 3 trumpets, about 4 trombones, and a massive wind section as well, about 5 clarinets. It's absolutely going to be brilliant, yeah.
Ciara is the Social Events Officer of the LGBTQ Society and a final year student in UCC.
I'm studying math sciences here in UCC, and I chose it because I was really interested in looking at maths from the scientific angle. It's given me such a broad opportunity to look into maybe more financial elements, more computer coding elements, all on that basis of maths, so I was really drawn to that. And then Cork is such a student-friendly city. We're such a large part of the demographic here that there's always a good buzz around town. And when I came here for the open day, I just kind of fell in love with it. Societies play a major role in a student's experience, especially as a first year coming in. For me personally, joining LGBT Society was mostly about developing that network, coming from a rural background into the city, making those connections in the first week. It's a good way to start off to make friends outside of your course and to have those friendships going on throughout college, because you really do stick with the people you meet in societies, and it's a massive social network. Even if you're in different societies, we all interact very well with one another. We always have events going on.
In County Kildare, Maynooth University is welcoming its new students onto campus. Mary Kate Lynch is a member of the Popular Psychology Society.
I wanted to study psychology because I saw a girl on the Rose of Tralee who did educational psychology, and I really wanted to work with kids and help kids, so I thought it was really interesting, so I looked into it and decided I would love to come to Maynooth and study it here. The Psychology Society hasn't really been running since I came into college, properly. So in first year, when it was online, it was kind of hard to hold any events or, to meet properly outside of being on a screen. So a couple of my friends have now taken over the society. So I really look forward to see what they do and what events they hold throughout the year, to bring people closer together.
I'm a member of the Psychology Society. Last year I was just a student member. I wasn't part of the committee, but then a lot of the committee graduated and they need new people. So now I am the Public Relations Officer. So I'm in charge of promoting all the events and getting people to join and so on.
It's gone pretty well. We got about 8 to 10 people, so it's good. Probably the cameras helping.
We wanted it to be a bit more fun. The previous years is kind of very formal. They just have career talks and so on. So we want to have a bit of both.
We'll be having kind of mental health seminars and well-being workshops and that kind of thing. So inviting in guest speakers and counsellors and lecturers, and then we'll have kind of funner stuff with balls and fancy dress parties and that kind of thing.
I'll be part of the GAA Society as well. I'm hoping maybe to organise a few more charity events this year.
Mary Kate's other passion in life is GAA football. Playing since the age of 5 for her local club Summerhill, she soon graduated to senior football as a teenager.
Mary Kate Lynch didn't finish the semi-final because of a facial injury. She's finishing the final.
She was an important member of the first ever Meath ladies team to win the All-Ireland Senior Championship.
Meath are the champions, a wonderful achievement.
We made history in Meath. We won the Senior All-Ireland title for the first year. Such an incredible feeling, and just to see everyone was so proud, the massive support we had behind us, it was just, amazing. Sometimes it does impact your social life playing at such a high level, you can't always go to the parties or you can't always go out, maybe the night before a match or training, you have to watch yourself, mind what you're eating and drinking. But I love playing Gaelic football and I wouldn't give it up for the world, so sometimes you have to make those sacrifices, but I really don't mind. I'll probably play until I drop.
It's going to be a busy year for Mary Kate, both on and off the pitch. We'll follow her progress with the Maynooth University Ladies GAA team later in the series.
Oh, that was probably one of the toughest matches I've played in a long time. I actually thought my legs were going to cramp up.
Over at Trinity College Dublin, a packed front square is hosting over 120 societies that offer every pursuit and pastime and cater for every taste and interest.
so good. So good. I'm so happy. And like when it gets to the weekend, I'm like so excited for Monday again because like it's so nice to have like a social life again. And like your brain is getting so fed every day because you're just like learning new things. It's so good.
Yeah, I love it. Everyone's so nice. Buzz is there. Delighted. I think everyone's having a good time.
I'm so excited to start. Yeah, it's going to be really good.
What have we got? Is that a race car?
Very good. The cockpit's built for you, is it?
It is.
Any chance of me getting in there, no?
Yeah, a bit of a squeeze. We'll put the steering wheel out.
6'2" and 19 stone, that isn't going to happen.
Niall Hanrahan and Paul O'Connell from the security team are amongst thousands of university staff on campus and ready for the busy year ahead.
Nice to meet you. They get orientated around, so they're shown their prospective areas where they're going to study and where we're based if they need us. It's an important time for them. They'll still get lost, they'll still leave their room keys in their rooms, they'll still set the fire alarms off because it's probably the first time away from home and they're learning how to cook, but it's all part of the experience.
You have a lot of students coming in that mightn't know where to go, and that could happen to you 500 times a day. So even with the likes of this, it's a massive setup. Like there could be 100 people involved in setting up this square here. You have people from the health and safety office that would be maintaining fire access for the likes of a fire tender. You would have deans involved, you'd have the provost herself involved, and of course ourselves, and then our head of department from the safety and facility. So it does need a lot of heads to knock together to make it work.
They've gone through the trauma of the leaving cert and all the points and all that, and they're kind of released from the leash of the family, and off they go, and it's a brand new world for them. In general, this week is mayhem for them, and then it gets very, very serious after that because the end of term comes towards the end of November, the beginning of December. So it gets very, very serious for them.
A popular destination for students is the stand of the Afro-Caribbean Society.
On my first day I was really nervous. I was walking around with a turtle-sized school bag and everything. I didn't really know what to do, and I thought it was going to be really boring and everything because of the stereotype, the Trinity. Students don't know how to have fun. So when I saw like there was drums and everything, and like there's students making noise, like there's a loud atmosphere, there's fun and everything, I was immediately attracted to it like a magnet to metal.
Oh, hi! How are you?
Hi! Are you excited to get into Trinity?
I'm very excited. I'm very excited to meet new people, join other societies, see what the college has to offer.
I'm Nigerian and I moved to this country when I was 17. I do engineering, which isn't a very diverse course. There's an increased number of women, but not so much black women. And so joining the Afro-Caribbean Society is just a way for me to interact and meet people with similar backgrounds. It's like my home away from home.
So the reason I want to join the African Society is because I want to celebrate Black culture. I feel like all of us need to join together, especially in this society in Ireland. We need to come together and show our support for each other and also represent our communities, our languages, our backgrounds, and also make our parents proud.
We're a very cultural-based society, so we'd have history nights, movie nights, game nights, parties, a lot of stuff celebrating Afro-Caribbean culture, and it's mainly just to bring people together who are interested in the culture that we share. You can be Asian, you can be European, you can be from any culture. As long as you're just ready to have a good time and get to know about our culture and our history, we're more than happy to have anyone there, so yeah.
I expect it to be, fun, interesting, kind of like relieve some stress from, uni life, and yeah, very excited for it.
Also up-tempo during Freshers' Week is An Cumann Gaelach, the Irish Language and Culture Society.
Is mis Emily Dollig, no Emma Daly, Asperla. August is mis An Rooney, Dun Cumann Gaelach, Emilina. So sure our son, shocking the Freshers' Fair. So it's mis An Cumann Iscaili campus. Tá our príomh kind of road is chun an teanga a chur chun cín, so ag déanamh imeachtaí trí Gaeilge, díos brocht, ceol drama, just imeachtaí like pizza agus jocanna, just really sosiálta. Bhí Kaylee aghain a réir le BDP agus Tradsoch agus an ráthúil. Tá ma Gaeilge briste at the best of times. Fáilte ribh gach Caidreán Gaeilge, like mar dúirt mé daoine ó America, like cúpla ceachtainna ar Duolingo déanta acu, like, just enough to say diaguit agus gur maithe go sin é, like, yeah.
Dublin City University embraces the noise and energy of Freshers' Week, but also recognises the equal importance of quiet and calm.
We're here this week and next week at our Clubs and Socks Fair, and right now we have a designated quiet hour which benefits autism students because the sounds can be quite triggering. We have a DJ sock and they're usually quite loud, so it's best to have a quiet hour so people can actually enjoy their Clubs and Socks Fair.
DCU recently became the world's first designated autism-friendly university on the back of a lengthy research project.
In 2018, DCU conducted 18 months of research to find out what would make a university autism-friendly. When we say autism-friendly, really you can also translate that into people-friendly because it's benefited everyone. We did a sensory audit of campus and we walked around and we highlighted like really busy, really loud, problematic areas, and we also identified spaces that could be used as quiet zones. So these spaces on the corridors, they have lots of sockets. So currently they're being used to recharge phones. So like what came out of that was, well, instead of recharging phones, why isn't it a space to recharge people? The first quiet zone will be built by Christmas, and then the idea is that these are replicated across 3 campuses. We also have what they're called escape hatches. And the idea of the escape hatch is they're in a really busy, vibrant, chaotic space where there's lots of students. So you can be in the escape hatch and be part of the student socialising experience, but in a soundproofed space. We have a sensory pod in the library. It's soundproofed, so that's a pod where you go in and you control the colour and the sound.
Matthew Smith is at the start of his final year in his early childhood education degree.
I would say that I'm very openly and proudly autistic. My brain is taking in too much. I can't say to my brain, focus on this and don't focus on that. It just takes all of it in. I process everything. And that's, I think, part of why things like the sensory pod works. Taking these kinds of sensory breaks feel like I can catch up almost, and that I can take new information in without being overwhelmed by all of it. When I was younger, I was kind of the smart one, and that was like a huge part of my identity. But I was always kind of praised for never having to try. I went to university for a year, and that was kind of where it all just got a bit too difficult for me. It was really bad. I would spend whole days just kind of laying in bed. You know, if you're the smartest 10-year-old in a class, that doesn't mean that you're going to be the smartest adult. I found this organization called the National Learning Network. They provide sort of free classes for people who aren't in education or in employment. When I went there, I kind of realized, oh, I can try things. I can set goals, and if I don't succeed at them, I can find another way to work around it. I applied for my second CAO to come to DCU, and I put this course in early childhood education as my #1 on the CAO, and I got it. I have a lot on this year. I have my dissertation. I'm really looking forward to that because it's the first actual bit of research that I'll be doing. It's kind of a bittersweet thing, graduation, to me, because for me, getting this undergraduate degree has been basically a 7-year journey. When I felt it crushed me in so many ways, and being able to pick myself back up and complete it at DCU means more than I think it would have if I just finished the first time successfully.
We'll catch up with Matthew later in the series and also meet his friend and colleague Chloe, who works at Matthew on the important DCU outreach group Head Starts.
We love it, it is the highlight of our week.
This to recreate kind of what my body is doing. Ooh, ah, ooh. Have a bit of extra release. 1, 2, 3, flick. Ooh, ah, ooh, Again.
Therese and the rest of the UCC choir have started the rehearsals for their popular end-of-year Christmas performance.
This week we're excited to be joined by the freshers who are new to the group, new to the college, and will be with us for the rest of the year and also potentially across the next rest of their college life. So it comes from where it started. Natum 3 and bass.
This year we're working towards Carols by Candlelight, which is our big event of the year, and it will be happening in the Hona Chapel on the 30th of November and the 1st and 2nd of December, and I'm very looking forward to it.
At the moment we're working towards Christmas repertoire. We started some Christmas carols, some Christmas pieces, some of it contemporary, some of it old, some of it Irish, some of it from every corner of the world.
So you can be an amazing singer, you can be a wonderful soloist, but you want voices that blend together because you're looking for a whole sound rather than a sound with a few standard voices. You want everyone to blend as seamlessly as possible together.
When you're singing with a choir, you just focus on the music and you hear the harmonies and all the sound. When it all comes together, it really is something special.
Eyes up.
So Carols is coming up quite soon. You know, we only have a certain amount of rehearsals before it, so we have to make sure that we get everything covered, that we know what we're doing. We're going in with a definite plan of what we want to get done. You know, as the weeks come on and as the pressure intensifies, you kind of have to be a lot more confident in yourself and rehearse beforehand and listen to it on repeat when you go in so that you know what you're doing.
Later in the year, Therese and the choir will face a packed house in front of family and friends in what will be a night to remember.
Michael J. Fox.
Next time on My Uni Life, we take to the track with the Irish champion who is balancing a busy athletic career with his final year studies.
Trying to balance all that is like the biggest aim that you'll always have.
We meet design students who are helping create a valuable leisure space in their local neighbourhood.
I'm going to take the pressure and turn it into hard work.
We're with students who are learning about the realities of frontline emergency care.
I don't feel the ball.
Connor, could you start
get on the air, get on the air.
We meet staff whose food and kind words have become a staple of student life on campus.
They know me by name, I know them by name, they know other people by name.
And we look at a groundbreaking course that is helping prepare students for the jobs of the future.
I wish I was back in my student days.